So for this lake, I'd like to add a bit of dialogue. So when I'm walking around, I come across this lake, and then I want to say, hang on, where is it? I don't see any. Yeah, something. I don't see any fish. Not that you were asking anyway. It's just an observation. So just a bit of silly dialogue when you come across this lake. Right, so we're going to start with, well, we need a collision box to trigger the sound. So if you come out here, blueprint class, get an actor. I'm going to call it BP blueprint lake interact, and score sound effects. And then I'll probably do more, so I'll just do 01 for now. Okay, let's go into here, and then we'll add a collision box collision. Right. And then we want to create an event so when the player overlaps, it will play the sound we want. We'll get a caster player. So it detects only the player. Then play sound 2D. And we want to plug in the actor into the object. And for this, I wanted to play once and then never play it again in the run of the run of the game. So I'm going to put destroy actor. So that's just basically play it once, it destroys the actor, and it won't fire the sound again until you restart that level. For the sound, so this is where compile, save. This is where I want to make a MetaSound. There's no room in the inn. Here we go. Audio. So grab audio MetaSound source. And for this, I'm going to call it MetaSound source lake interact, and then 01. Yeah, lake interact 01. Let's go into here, and so what I want to do is I have two instances of dialogue that I want to add to this lake interactable. So we need to, I'm going to get the content browser and lock it there, because I want to play, I don't know why this lake, I don't see any, so yeah, so I want to play these two in sequence, so the first and the second one. I don't see any fish, and then like a delay, and then the second one. Not that you were asking anyway, it's just an observation. Should be pretty fun. So on play, we need a wave player mono. And duplicate that. You can hold Control and press D. I'll just copy and paste them. And so when the MetaSound is fired, we want to play the first sound, which is I don't see any fish. I don't see any fish. The fish one. I don't see any fish. And then we want to play the second one, but delayed. So on play, it'll play this sound. When the sound is finished playing, we'll delay the next audio. We'll delay the next audio by I don't know, say 3 seconds or 3 seconds. So you edit the delay time here. If you wanted to delay like 10 seconds, you'd put 10, etc. So On play, fire the sound today. Then we're going to fire the next sentence. Not that you were asking anyway. This one here. And plug in on finished, and out mono. So they both need to go in here because we can't put these two in together. So for this, hold down Alt and click to get rid of the string. For this, we'll need a mono mixer. So you can add two of these into a single one of those. Let's tidy it up a bit. Oops. So just double click and you can move these around, and then if you want to straighten these up, you select them and press Q. Much neater. And so this should work. Let's test it. I don't see any fish. Not that you were asking anyway. It's just an observation. Nice. So it works. So it's, yeah, playing the sound, delaying it by 3 seconds, then playing the next sound. I'm going to, well, we'll see what it's like. Oops, we need to hook this to the master item. Okay. Hook this to the BP Lake interact. So remember we did the created the interact actor in the blueprint. Just put the sound here. So when you overlap with that interact box, it'll play the sound, the MetaSound, and in that MetaSound is delayed, so it'll play the 2 instances of the dialogue as soon as you hit the box. So what do we call it? MetaSound source lake. There you go, lake interactor 1. Compile, save. I'll just do save all. Go to your world. Drop the BP collision box here, and then you want to resize it to where you want the player to interact with it. So I think I'm gonna resize it something like this and turn it around. Yeah, something like that. I think that's good. Cool, okay. So I'm going to save all again. And now when I interact with it, it should fire off the sound, fire off the dialogue. I don't see any fish. That worked, but not that you were asking anyway. It's just an observation. That did work, but then my computer gave an error. So let's quickly do that again. So remember, when you interact with it, it destroys the actor, so you do have to restart the level. Let's try again. I don't see any fish. Not that you were asking anyway. It's just an observation. Awesome, and that's how to fire off the dialogue. I'm going to play it once more just because I want it louder. So to make it louder, I'm going to go into the MetaSound source, go up to source, and I'm going to increase the volume here just by 2. Double it. Let's try it again, and it should be loud enough and clear. I don't see any fish. Not that you were asking anyway. It's just an observation. Awesome. Thanks for watching.